everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Today we're going to be doing Witch Hunt. Unfortunately, my mic didn't record through any of this, so I'm kind of doing this after the fact. I'm re-recording me entirely so that we can kind of just walk through this together. Here, I have ultimately decided that I was only going to do the Awakening and the Witch Hunt DLC, and the reason why I decided to do that was because the other DLCs didn't seem all that important lore-wise. They seemed more like challenges, and I kind of just didn't really care, especially for like the stuff that was supposed to be happening in the middle of the game and not really the end of the game, and I kind of just didn't really want to be dealing with it. I wanted to move on to the second game enough because I hadn't played the second game like at all, and so I really just wanted to move on. So we're just doing the Witch Hunt and Awakening DLC. The Awakening DLC is already up on my channel. It's a 7.5 hour long video. I don't expect you to watch the whole thing or really at all. It's just, if you want to watch it, it's there. But here you can see that there's two Rolands that we could be choosing from. This Roland that we have up is the end of the Awakening, and the one that's loading right now that is up is from the end of the main story. We ultimately decided to use the Roland from the end of the Awakening because, one, he's a higher level, and two, you know, it just made sense because the Awakening DLC is 6 months after the main DLC.
Flemeth once told me that temptation lies in the forbidden. Do not follow me, I said, yet you search even so. Some doors should never be reopened.
Here I chose I'm glad you're here. I couldn't do this alone. And then I choose we'll find Morgan, I promise. It takes me a second, but I get through it. And then I renamed him Loki because I don't understand why he wasn't named that already. But you know, this is an old game that has its limitations. But I knew from the get-go that this was going to be trying to find Morrigan, and if you recall from watching us play, we had a son with her. Well, I don't know if you really know the gender at the end of the game, but I know that we had a kid with her. And so now this is kind of just like trying to find her, and with the way that I did the DLCs, it looks like we're doing it after the Awakening, so yeah. Kind of did that on purpose.
Not another step. What are you doing here? Call off your hound, Shem.
Here I pick easy there, boy.
Fine, I'll start then. I am Ariane, of the Dalish people. My keeper sent me to find Asha Belinar, the woman of many years.
And then I choose Flemeth, question mark.
So you know of her?
All I know is that she saved my life once, is what I choose.
That's not usually how the Flemeth stories go. Well, we thought she could help us find her daughter, Morrigan. The young witch has caused trouble for my clan. Has she earned your ire as well? A friend? Of all the
She's
words
my friend, I would
associated
serve
with a
for.
witch of the wilds, those are the last I expected. Perhaps you can reason with her then. Morrigan stole an ancient book my clan has guarded since the days of Arlathan. We were the only ones with such a piece of our history. Everything we once had, all legacy of our ancient magics, were stripped from us. First by the Tevinter Magisters, then by the Wretched Circle. And Morrigan took what little was left. For almost 2,000
What's
years,
so special
the
about this
Dalish
book?
people have been wanderers, a shadow of what we once were. This book, as much of a mystery as it is to us, is one of the only clues on how to reclaim that past. My keeper, Solon, says it was a treatise on something the ancients called Eluvian. The word is as old as the book itself, and its meaning has been lost, save perhaps to Morrigan.
Here, I don't know what's taking me so long. I got caught up in something, I think. Don't worry, I'll be editing. I'll be editing the crap out of this stuff.
1 month ago, she visited our
How
clan
do
in the
you know
name of
Morgan did
friendship,
it?
and took great interest in our history. She knew exactly what she was looking for. The Keeper allowed her to see the book. 2 nights later, it was gone. Help me.
So
We
now-
both want Morrigan, and we can aid each other. The Book of Eluvian was reclaimed for my clan by an elven mage who stole it from the Circle of Magi before defecting. He said other similar treasures remain in the library, but they would never allow a Dalish to view them. Perhaps you will meet a different reception.
They will let me in, I'm a Grey Warden.
Masirinus, I look forward to working with you.
I ended up picking the more diplomatic solution.
These are vile and tainted creatures.
None of my by this point, I knew that that wasn't going to end up working. Here, I think I give it a shot anyway. No, I'm just looking through my weapons. I kind of gave up on the cheating, because, it didn't work at all in the Awakening, and to be honest with you, the Awakening was a little easy. It wasn't as difficult as the game. I wouldn't have done this if the game would have functioned the way it was supposed to.
So shall it be.
Anyway, the game never functioned the way it was
will be
supposed
done.
to. I had so many difficulties with the game crashing and
Yes.
getting nowhere. Like when I first started the death thing that you can mod into here. It was when we were working with the Dalish camp to get rid of the werewolves, and the werewolves were kicking my butt so severely that I couldn't get anywhere. I had been stuck on that spot for about 2 to 3 months before I had finally
Welcome
just...
to Ferelden's Circle of Magi. Please, keep your hound under control. Some of the apprentices are easily startled. And I see you have a Dalish elf with you.
Is that a problem?
Maybe you should have waited outside. Arlene can be trusted.
Whatever reasons I may have to
handle
dislike this place and your people, I swear we are here only for research.
As you say, the Circle is glad to have you as a guest. As you can see, things are much changed from when you were last here.
I need to go to the library.
Gregor is in Denerim, attending to some
Where's,
important business.
Gregor?
My name is Hadley. I lead the Templars in the Knight Commander's absence. If you're looking for a book, you can start in the Index section. As the Warden Commander, you and your guests are free to explore the first floor of the tower without an escort. Good day to you.
I see why Keeper Solon did not want me to come
The
here.
biggest...
It is all too tempting to overturn the tight order of their little world.
The biggest issue that I have with this is that the writing is so teeny itty bitty little tiny writing that I can't read it very well, and it wasn't any better while playing the game.
I was not.
So
Oh, all right, a little. You have to admit, it's tempting, right? All these mages, so
What's
complacent, thinking they're so important. You think I need to relax? Well, maybe.
I played this and I don't even remember that. Anyway, there's gonna be a lot of that probably. I recorded this about like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I ended up having like a wisdom tooth issue right around the same time, and I was suffering, really suffering. Like I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Needless to say, get your wisdom teeth taken care of before you reach adulthood. That's recommended, I know, but I just never had the opportunity to do it, you know, and so now I gotta deal with the consequences of that now. But enough
Very
of
well.
my woes.
Books.
We go
I've
through
never seen
this
so many.
library. Like, absolute crazy.
Is that a purebred
I remember
I wish I had one.
trying to find everything.
Remember the Dragonling disaster? There's bits of Ivan still burnt onto the ceiling on the 3rd floor.
And about common dog.
I've been stealing on the ceiling and I was looking for him. I remember trying to find everything and not realizing that they're all labeled, and so I'm just going to each individual bookshelf and trying to find what I needed. Here, I had no idea that I needed to interact with the books in the middle. I thought, like, nothing indicates anything in this game. And that's another issue that I had with. It took some critical thinking skills that I don't have a lot of the time. And not
Ready
because
when
I'm
you
not
are.
smart. You know, like, I can be pretty intelligent at times, but the issue that I have is I'm not always aware of my surroundings, so kind of going through all of it was a bit difficult. But I did have fun doing it, don't get me wrong. It's just, I was a little annoyed at the time of doing the video, and I said some funny things. I don't even remember what I ended up saying, and I'm really upset about it because it was genuinely funny. But like, as you could tell, like when you run your mouse over specific shelves of
It will be done.
the bookcases, there's something that pops up at the bottom. My camera is gonna block it in the video, but you'll get to see that I can highlight certain things, kind of, sort of. And so I had to learn to just kind of do that. But the difficult part is that I didn't know which shelves, because I wasn't looking at my map the way I was supposed to. Up until like maybe halfway through, like you could see, I'm walking through there individually looking for stuff. And when I didn't really need to, I just needed to look at my map, look at all the X's on it, and go to those X's. But no, I decided that I didn't need to know anything else, and that I was going to individually look at each bookcase and wait for a highlight. I just sat there and waited for a highlight, and I get stuck on these little things
You,
every here and there.
You
And
think you could sneak up on the mage over there? How high do you think he'd throw those things if he turned around and saw you looming over him? Oh, lighten up. This
Good job,
place is
Loki.
like a tomb. A few surprises would be good for them. Warden, your dog is lecturing me again.
well, stop getting him to do things he doesn't want to do. What was I saying? Just individually with the books. I do a lot of walking around here because, again, I just really didn't look at my map, and I really should have, but I just didn't think about it up
I
until
hear
a
they
certain
cut out your
point.
eyes for staring at their tattoos.
They do not.
They do. I read it somewhere.
And you believe everything you read, do you?
Better safe than sorry, I say.
And here I'm lecturing them for prejudices. But we don't do that here. I remember that part because I thought it was specifically funny,
They
but
found the body of the Templar who went after those
not
apostates near Hyre.
everyone's gonna find it funny,
My
especially
God.
considering I'm doing a
What
second
they did to him.
rundown of it, kind of just explaining the jokes. So, you know, this whole video is gonna probably get heavily edited anyway. I'm probably gonna break it down because
Those pisses
there's a
give us
lot
all
of
a bad
roaming
name.
around, and I can only
Now some
talk for
Templar
so
would take it out on
long
an
before you
innocent
people
mage
get
and
annoyed
start the
with me.
cycle all over again.
And
You
I
hear
can't
what's going
blame
on up
you.
in Kirk?
I'm annoyed with myself
Kirk,
enough
what?
as it is.
In the Free Marches,
I'm
don't.
annoyed now. I'm
Half of
annoyed
Ferelden
then.
fled there in the blight.
It's
They
just
say there's a
couldn't.
refugee
I
camp twice as
couldn't.
big as this. The whole place is run by Templars, though.
I recognize the
Here, I
character
found
on
the
this
book that I was
page.
looking for.
I think it makes up part of the word Illuvian. I think so.
Is that Elvish?
The script is strange, but it must be. This is a library, isn't it? Perhaps another book could help us translate this.
And then I'm annoyed that we gotta find a different book. I don't even know at the time which book I needed to look at. I was so annoyed that I was getting thrown around with books. I was like, yay, research. Where's my RPG?
Very well.
But we found it eventually. And this isn't it. Do a lot of circling back and not quite realizing that I could just, you know, look at the circle. Until now. I start looking at it, and I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be looking for, so I don't quite, know which book I'm supposed to be looking at for the catalogs. So I kind of just go through them individually and see if anything kind of like perks what might be it. I end up having to look for history. History of Elven something. I don't remember exactly what it said. Translating Elven language. Right. It wasn't even history. Dang. I think it was in the history section. The Archdemon episode that I have, I ended up re-recording the end of me killing the Archdemon because I ended up cheating and using that death mod thing to kill everything around me, and the Archdemon was within that circle.
Oh, who
and
let
it
a
killed the
dog in here?
Archdemon, and
What are you doing? Be careful!
You look,
You're in the
like
light.
you could probably squash me like a gnat, but I can't sit by while you mishandle innocent tomes. You're bending the book too much. It'll crack the spine and cause the pages to fall out. Just thinking about it is making me dizzy.
Nerd. Sorry, I had to. Are you familiar with this book, or?
I've
Yeah, are
used
you
it,
familiar with this
but I don't know it by heart. Browsing the chapter on the Illuvians. No one's actually found one, you know.
You know what Illuvian is?
It's Old Elvish for seeing glass. Mirror.
Your keeper could even translate the word mirror.
Illuvian isn't just any mirror. It's a special kind. When the Imperium sacked Arlathan, they took these mirrors and tried to unlock their power. But all they could use them for was communication over long distances.
Why would Morgan?
Solon thought Illuvian was a place. My people crossed paths with another Dalish clan not too long ago. Two of their young hunters encountered a strange mirror in some ruins. One disappeared, the other became deathly ill. They never found the one, and the other died. They left Ferelden and traveled north to forget their sorrows.
But What became of the mirror?
Okay.
Shattered. Destroyed.
Why?
It was corrupted by the Darkspawn. Beyond hope of recovery. They did it to protect others.
Even broken, it could be used to find the others. No, don't get ahead of yourself, Finn. You have to be sure.
What? What do you know?
This is so exciting. We have to get to the repository. Hadley has the key. Come on.
Okay, and then he proceeds to join my party, telling me that we need to talk to Hadley. And then proceeds to not show me where I need to go. And I was genuinely irritated because I thought he was just gonna, like, start walking and I'd follow him. But that didn't end up happening. But as I was saying, the Archdemon ended up dying because of the mod that I had. So I ended up redoing the fight without using the mod. Because it felt like a cheap ending to kind of like... I know I cheated and everything like that throughout the whole thing, but like, you don't do that on the last boss because it cheapens everything and blah 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 blah. And especially when I wasn't really struggling all that much, I was just getting overwhelmed. And so I just ended up cutting out all the other attempts because I ended up dying a couple of times. And so I just cut out those
Hadley!
attempts and called
Just the man I was looking for.
Not looking very hard, were you? I'm always here.
Good one. So I need to go into the repository.
No.
No? Why not? I'm not some drooling apprentice.
It's because of me, isn't it?
No. The Sentinels have been behaving erratically, so the repository is locked for everyone's safety.
Oh, well then. Sorry for bothering you.
Unfortunately, we are still not sure yet. The repository isn't crucial to the daily functioning of the Circle, so we've left it until we can spare more men. Oh,
I helped
very
with this.
well. It's your necks. But before you go, what's so important down there?
The statue. It knows things about Tevinter, and I need to speak to it.
All right. Be careful and keep the mess to a minimum.
You know that talking to inanimate objects is a sign of insanity.
Not when it talks back.
You think the statue talks to you?
It's complicated. It wasn't always a statue. You'll see.
And then I also had to learn how to blur things. In the
Go
Awakening
fetch!
DLC, there
You have to give him
is-
something. You can't just say fetch and expect him to retrieve random things.
Why not? Once heard of someone with a really smart Mabari who would run off and fetch things like cake. I think this one's broken.
He's not broken. How dare you? Don't you talk about my dog like that. Get out of my party. Get out of my party. I knew that's what I said. Anyway, anyway. So, when it came to the Awakening, editing that, I had to blur out a lot of female appendages that would get me in a lot of trouble because society sucks and doesn't like skin. So I kind of just blurred all of the boobs.
Does your name
'Cause
mean
she's
anything
like
in
this
Elven?
Giant.
Blessed creators, why does everyone ask that of people from other cultures?
Oh, I didn't mean...
What about you? Are you named after an honorable fish's appendage?
Well, Florian Phineas Horatio Aldebrand Esquire was a bit of a mouthful. And I was tired of the other apprentices calling me Flora.
Fair enough. Anyway, so I had to like blur her out. If you take a look at her, like if you
Let me
Google
just
it,
get this again.
she's-
Your name is Florian Phineas.
And then it just stops there. I don't know why it did. I think it's part of the joke. But if you look at the mother from the Awakening DLC, she's this giant spider creature, essentially, that has the normal, like, boobs, I can say that. She has like normal boobs on the top part of her chest, but then as you get further, it's like a bunch of teats, and I don't mean like human type. They kind of look like if you ever played Twilight Princess, and the bug creature that comes out of Lake Hylia, the teats look kind of like that. And so I had to blur from her shoulders all the way down to the ground because that's all teat. And I had to learn, because I used DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, I had to learn how to track the blur over certain parts of her body so that when she moved, so did the blur. And she moves so erratically sometimes that the blur would just and she's over here and the blur's over here, and I couldn't do a dang thing about it. I would have to split the video, readjust the blur, because if I adjusted it without...
We need to deal with the rest of the rips in the veil if we can.
If I did it without splitting the video, it would ruin the previous tracking. So I had to split it at the erratic movement and kind of just have it track from there. And it took 2 hours. And she's only in that entire 7-hour video 4 times. I want to say 4 times. For a total
The prison
of
is breached.
30
I
minutes.
see the encroaching darkness.
Wow. It does talk.
Hello?
The shadow will consume all.
Something is causing it distress.
Is it afraid?
The tears in the veil, most likely. The statue's useless until we mend the veil.
But it was a good opportunity to learn how to use something in DaVinci Resolve that I otherwise wouldn't have ended up using. I just kind of wish that she wasn't all teat, because it was really hard. Because
Of course.
like she's imagine a bug body, but like spider-ish, like in shape. And she's kind of just like, you probably should just watch the video to kind of like get an idea of what she looked like. But if you'd seen her already and you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know that I had to blur a lot. And she's like maybe half an hour to maybe 45 minutes of the entire 7-hour video. So she's not in it a lot, but she's in it enough to where I was worried about getting in trouble with YouTube, because as much as the details in this aren't great, and the way that the game kind of looks, and the main reason for that is because I had to turn all the graphics down so it would stop crashing, which helped mostly, but she still was in enough definition to where I could tell those are boobs. I have to blur that. I just couldn't. And it was so annoying. And there was moments where I had to go frame by frame to do it. And I don't even know why I'm even talking about The Awakening when I'm playing the Witch Hunt here. It's probably because we're just getting started in Witch Hunt and there's not really much to say.
I have
Who's the last
beaten
of
one!
them? The Sentinels should stop trying to kill us now. Let's get back to the statue.
And I completely just passed the statue. See? Right there. I'm like, where's the statue? Being total dum-dum. When we realize
I am the spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and...
Advisor to Archon Valerius, blah blah, fall of the house. Yes, yes, we've been through that.
Finn. Greetings.
Are you asking the statue if it's alright? It's a statue.
So you'll talk to it, but it's strange to ask about its well-being?
It's made of stone. Short of a hammer and chisel, nothing will hurt it.
Stone eyes are no longer clouded. The darkness recedes for now.
It's hard to get answers out of it. Requires parsing all the grandiose mumbo-jumbo. We know where a broken Eluvian lies. Can it still be used to find the others?
Scry, the broken glass, dagger sharp, will be your key.
In theory, I haven't done much of it.
The lights of Arlathan will illuminate the Scrya's path. The Archons possessed them, but they were misused, befouled, and lost, like so much the Imperium touched. Some were saved, carried by fugitives from the Elven city. Their sorrow awoke the stone, and her children sheltered them. They found a sanctuary in the deep halls of Cadhalash, now known as Kadash. There the lights of Arlathan lie, shielded from unworthy eyes.
I suppose we'll have to find the other lights. Or these lights.
She mentioned the Children of the Stone. I had not realized that Durginlin once aided my people when they fled.
Deep halls of Catalash. Must mean a dwarven tike.
Goodbye, Finn. We will not speak again.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Either he's gonna die or the statue gets destroyed. That was my theory. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened at all. But there's moments where I choose a dialogue so fast.
Now, Mage, tell us what's going on.
The Eluvians are linked, all of them. If you have one, you can find the others, if they still exist. But the one you know of is broken and corrupted, so we need something else to amplify the magic.
The lights of Arlathan.
Yes. I'm sure I have a map to Kadash Tag somewhere in my books. I'll find it on the road.
But anyway,
Dog,
there's just moments.
What do you
where,
call that which covers a tree?
Haha, very funny. It was funny when it happened. It's just, I'm really annoyed with getting interrupted. Because I try to make sure that they can speak, because it's kind of important sometimes, or it's just funny. Like that. But a lot of the dialogue that I get to choose is a bit difficult to read as I'm going through. It's like I'm watching it as we're going through.
I'm not sure I like the deep roads.
When I missed
A fewer darkspawn than expected, but it feels like we're being watched. Wait, why did we stop? Is this Kadash Tag?
Arlene?
Right, so
No,
I've
it's the third
been going through
option
my old
that I didn't
notes.
even get to read.
Um,
Guys, this is just gonna be called
and I
Crashed
came
Out.
across this footnote. Apparently, the elves would magically conceal relics of great significance, thus shielding them from unworthy eyes. And given what the Tevinters did, I'd say they count as unworthy.
You don't say.
Are we unworthy? So the lights of the Arlathan are under this enchantment.
That's my hypothesis. But they might just be buried in the ground, too. Actually, that's very likely. It looks like Kadash Tig was built on the ruins of Katalash. The lights of Arlathan could be miles below us.
I liked the other theory more.
If the elves concealed the relics with magic, only the blood of their kin will reveal them. Ariane, we need your blood.
Excuse me?
Just a few drops, that's it.
Is this
Blood
magic?
doesn't power the spell, it's just a component. It's certainly a gray area, so let's just keep this between the three of us, shall we? 4 of us. You share the same blood as the Arlathan elves, so you're the only one this enchantment might recognize.
Fine. Just because hearing that gets me all tingly. A few drops.
I'll be gentle.
You better.
My spell will reveal vortices of magic. Standing in them should allow us to see the energy being drawn to the relics, which will lead us to them. Once we reach the influence of the lights of Arlathan, Ariane's blood will unveil them. But we have to be close.
I do enjoy Finn's. I remember exactly how but you know, their dialogues together are kind of funny. Very well.
I'm alive! Interesting. This carving over here is an old dwarven dialect. If you find more writing like this, I could probably translate it. A magical vortex. We can use it to reveal the energy flowing towards the lights of... Do you see it? Can you follow the path?
Yeah, I got a little confused as to why the lights just suddenly disappeared, so I kind of just went back to follow it a little bit better. Because when you get away from it, they just straight.
I always thought
disappear.
dwarves must be dull
I
without
thought that was
magic.
so
Darkspawn,
weird.
beware!
This place is amazing.
I don't play games the way I'm supposed to. I really don't. I probably would have had a much easier time, especially with things that were killing me constantly that I felt the need to cheat with. But I'll own that.
I
If
think
you
something's
consider me
here.
not being I cheated. That's your decision.
Enemies ahead!
Guardians! That word on the scroll, man.
There is no hope for you now!
Like,
You will pay for that! You have forced my hand!
Do not let
I
up!
don't remember exactly when this came out.
Victory will be mine!
The lights
This
of
DLC
Arlathan
came
are
out in
old
2010,
lanterns.
I do believe.
I didn't realize the statue was
But, like,
capable of
the
being
textures
literal.
Just keep like disappearing or like, you know, flashing and stuff. And playing the game was just
I
super
should
duper
study
difficult.
dwarven history when I return.
And I just learned how to just
Oh!
constantly
Some kind of lady. Where's my notebook?
Let us end this quickly.
My computer has a much higher, like, it can do things.
Flee while you can.
And because
I will not falter.
it tries to go higher and then starts to crash.
It's
So
like
I
standing
had
in a
to
field of stars.
download
And
stabilization.
they're showing us the way.
On top of getting the graphics all the way like, I had to put it Two to 3 hour video. So it got annoying. It got really annoying. And all of this is just so that I could play the games, because before this I'd never touched 1, 2, and I only got like maybe halfway through Inquisition, and I beat it. And I just kind of wanted to play it.
In hindsight, I should have expected resistance like this. Why is everything so
You want to die,
complicated?
do you?
But
I am made! Hear me
I only
roar!
played Veilguard once.
Flee while you can.
Quite a bit.
We just need a couple more.
Didn't notice or anything like that. I'm gonna take a little
Strange
bit more.
to think of the
It's
dwarves
like
giving
my biggest
shelter
issue
in
when
this
it comes-
darkness to the elves who fled Arlathan.
These are vile and
biggest
tainted
issue when it comes
creatures.
to games like this is that because I
You will pay for that. I will not falter.
get that
Just to be
fixed,
outside. Do you see this splotch here on my robe?
like I did
That's
with this
mud.
game.
There's no mud in the tower. I miss being cozy and dry.
I did that really bad with this game. Like, I was not concerned about anything that was going on around me. I just wanted to beat the game because I thought the story was interesting. And if I ever played this game again, for any reason, mercy upon me, because, you know, crashing. But I will probably be doing a lot more side stuff, actually romance somebody, because I didn't do that during this game. I didn't do that at all. All I did was accept Morrigan's help
Those
to
carvings.
save my life from the Archdemon. Because the whole thing is that when a Grave Warden kills an Archdemon, the Grave Warden dies with the Archdemon. She offered a solution, and it resulted into a child. And that's what we're doing here, is, you know, trying to find her and this child. We ended up doing just that. There was no romance whatsoever. I wanted to romance Zevlin, but I just didn't end up doing it. And I'm kind of upset that I didn't. But at the same time, I guess it just kind of made sense with Roland's character. Because to me, Roland was always
There it is!
just sitting there
What would
trying
we do if we hadn't lost this magic?
very hard to just defend his family to, you know, stop it.
I wish we could question
In
these
my head,
ancients instead of
Roland
killing
wasn't
them.
somebody who would have been interested in the romance aspect of what this game would offer. He seemed like a very serious, ready to go character, and so I kind of just stuck with that. And to be honest with you, with cheating, it made it a little hard to remember that I needed to do other things. With the crashing, it made it hard to remember to do other things. So that kind of just strengthened the
My people could
implication
not
that
have been
he
comfortable
was
hiding
able
under
to
so much stone.
not interested. I wouldn't necessarily say he was asexual, because he did have
This goes well!
so he at the very least wasn't interested in having a romance.
So you've never
Or
been
being
outdoors?
in a relationship
Till
with
now?
somebody like that.
I have been. I just don't care much for it. We had to do stretching exercises. I got sweaty. There was dirt. During my apprenticeship, they thought getting fresh air and exercise at least once a week would do us good.
Fresh air and sunlight is good for you.
You know what fills fresh air in the summer? Mosquitoes. Hungry for sweet, untested mage flesh.
Well, when you put it that way...
Luckily, it didn't last long. One day, an apprentice made a break for it. Jumped off the dock and started swimming for the shore. The Templars couldn't jump in after him. Not with the armor on. Finally found him a week later. We stopped having to go out after that. That mage, Anders, never stopped trying to escape, though. Haven't heard from him since his last attempt.
Wait a minute. That is
This will not end well for you.
and that didn't here you go. This is my reaction to the Anders drop. What the hell? I was not paying attention. Oh my goodness. I made a comment about how it was funny that a mage was trying to constantly get away, and that he probably did get away, but the name never clicked. So now,
Yes.
that's funny. That's
Here it
really
comes.
funny.
Yes. Be gone! You will not win!
We have 4 lights of Alathan. I hope that's enough. We still need the shard of the Eluvian, though. Let's head to the Elven Ruins when you're ready.
Aye, Captain. Honestly, this witch hunt DLC was a little easy. It wasn't as much running around as I thought it was going to be, which I was thankful for, but it felt a little off compared to the rest of the game. But like, I understood why it felt off. And it's because a big chunk of the lore that I'm missing as far as my playthrough goes is about Flemeth. Okay. I know that I didn't do any of Morgan's side quests. So I didn't go get her mother's grimoire at all. I didn't go back
These
to
are the
that
ruins.
tower to go get it.
The broken Eluvian should be
So-
around here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So as a result of not going and getting the grimoire, and
If you hate the outside so much, why come with us?
Couldn't pass up a chance to learn more about the ancient elves and the mirrors. Besides, the company is good.
Thanks.
I meant the dog.
But anyway, because I didn't end up going and getting the grimoire, throughout my playthrough, the warden doesn't know that. For those of you who do know, cold. I mean, I'm going to explain it, but
Of course.
essentially, when you go and get the grimoire, and consult Morgan to get that information,
These people were very serious to die.
like we kind of
Don't
like knew
think
that
it's
she wasn't all that
contagious,
great of a person
do
to
you?
begin with. Like, she kind of gives off weird vibes to begin with, but you learn that she is staying immortal through having daughters that getting pregnant, giving birth to his daughter, and then when they're long enough and reach a certain point of actual training, he essentially takes over their body and becomes them. So that's something that you learn when you go and get Flemeth Gremlin.
Darkspawn, beware!
There is more to that lore that you learn later on. I do know about that lore. But I'm not going to say it at all. Like, look it up if you really want to, but I'm not going to say that other lore for it. You do learn that lore fairly quickly at the beginning of, well, you don't learn all of it. You learn a bit of it at the beginning of Dragon Age 2. And I know because at this point I've already Anyway, at the very beginning of Dragon Age 2, you find out a little bit more about
As you
them,
say.
but you don't find out
Very
the
well.
whole story. I don't think until towards the end of the game. I don't know. I've never touched 2 other than the first
It
part of
will
the
be done.
recording that I have done already. But beyond that, I don't know. But the only reason why I do know that information about Flemeth is because, well, Veilguard kind of gives it away. For one, and for two, when Veilguard did come out, I did end up watching a video of The Road So Far, forgive my supernatural
Very well.
reference, but, I watched a docu-series about the lore, and that's how I found out about it, and it wasn't really all that shocking when I learned about it, but I'm not going to tell you what that lore is, you will find out together. But, yeah, so I know that bit of information. I'm not worried about that information. I'm not going to tell everybody. But here, I know...
This is going well, I think!
I ended up getting lost really bad. I ended up circling the entire place trying to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. And it's not fun. It literally isn't. So, like, right around here, I do believe, because I started to kill everything, I just end up circling. So I'm probably going to edit the circling out and kind of, like, reduce the video a little bit, because I get lost. And not necessarily, like, I don't know where I'm going, but more of a, I don't know where the next spot is that I'm supposed to be at. So I end up just circling around it, and it takes me a good minute to kind of get there. So I'm just kind of gonna let that go through, and I'll edit that out later.
Of course. Very well.
I can't believe this is one of the Illuvians. It's magnificent. And broken. Mostly broken. With the shard and the lights of Arlathan, we should be able to scry for an unbroken mirror. This looks like a suitable place to do the ritual. We can start whenever you're ready.
As you
Get
say,
ready!
it will be done. This will not end well for you!
22 minutes. I end up
You have forced my hand!
about 10.
I
I
am
guess
not.
that's better than...
I will not falter!
Oh my goodness.
Now
I
you see
was
true power.
astonished at how idiotic I can be.
Am I bleeding? Oh, look, a rip in my robe.
What happened to Ariane? Give us your blood. Who cares if it hurts?
It's my blood. That's different. I've pinpointed another Eluvian.
Which work?
It's in the Dragonbone Wastes. The Tevinter probably moved it there to see if the ancient dragon bones could enhance the Eluvian's power.
I've been to the Dragonbone Waste.
It might be hidden. Or only appear to those who know its location.
What do we do when we're there?
Shall we?
Or, we should be off immediately. Alright.
Very well.
Back at it again, and Krispy Kreme. Oh, and then, you know, I get the glitch where I'm walking weird. Walking a little like Shrek, I think. That's what it reminds me of, just walking like Shrek. I don't know why.
We're here. Keep your eyes open for dragons. And mirrors.
There is no hope for you now! Another foe slain!
Time to believe! That wasn't so bad!
Of course.
I've never met a dragon worshipper before. Not much for small talk, are they?
What? A dragon.
Dragons are big, powerful, and they breathe fire! Some people are easily impressed.
Very well.
Victory!
Of course. Die!
I'll make this quick.
As you say. It will be done. Surely you can do far better than that. Be gone!
What is that?
Oh shoot, I forgot
Of
about this
Arterel?
one.
It can't be. They're only legends. It is said they were rock and tree, wind and rain, given form and breath by the elven gods to protect their people.
To protect their people? then why does it look like it's going to eat you?
I think I nearly died.
It will be done.
I forgot this fight. It weirded me out a little. Fought before. Although he kept doing that, and it was really annoying.
Well,
I was.
you dare! Why is everything so complicated? You will not win.
Already slightly annoyed with things for I don't quite remember.
Now you fall.
I think it was just because I,
This is the time.
Fall!
before I had to do. It's simple.
Try to make something explode. What do I do now? What do I do now?
Okay, well, I can fight this.
You want to die, do you? Yeah. Complicated.
Hard fight.
As you
I
say.
am not afraid!
Really can be difficult. I thought it was super strange that it had a, like, death animation like that, because it was like,
Yes.
I don't know. Just thought it was so strange. And then I thought that they just reused the assets for the Brood Mother from the Awakening here, because it looks so familiar.
The Eluvian. And it's glowing. We should...
I think she's expecting you. Ask her about our book.
No further, please. One more step and I leave. For good this time. I assume you know what this is. I have gone to great lengths to find and activate this portal. Give me reason and I use it, and you will not be able to follow. I remain to see if it was truly you. I had to know. Tell me, why did you come?
We were friends once more again.
So you chase me all this way to offer help? I will never understand you, and you will never understand me. Yes, I suppose we did. I would not even know where to begin explaining. He is safe, and beyond your reach. All you need to know is that the child is an innocent. He knows nothing of the destiny that lies before him. My plan is to leave and prepare the child for what is to come. Such preparation requires time and power. I must have both if I am to be successful. More than this, I dare not say, even to you. I did not betray you. I left. just as I said I would.
I didn't like any of the options here. You used me to get what you wanted, you lied to tell it all along.
'Tis true, I deceived you.
Like any of it.
I did not think the battle with the Archdemon would come so soon. And when it did, I came to you. I needed you, yes, but I also did not want to see you die. And here you stand, alive. So do not speak to me of betrayal. Then allow me to provide you a warning. 'Tis Flemeth you should beware of, not me. Hunt her if you hunt anyone. I thought I knew what Flemeth planned. I thought what she craved was immortality, and yet I was wrong. So very wrong. She is no blood mage, no abomination. She is not even truly human. The ritual was but a means to an end, a herald for what is to come.
Why, what's going to happen?
Change is coming to the world. Many fear change and will fight it with every fiber of their being. But sometimes, change is what they need most. Sometimes, change is what sets them free. What I want
Is that what you want, to be free?
is unimportant now. I cannot tarry longer. The time has come for me to go.
Let me come with you.
I wish it were not so,
I'm gonna have to do this alone.
but I do. There is one last thing I must tell you, if you will allow me. I left you a gift. The Dalish book is there, and something you will find of great interest. Goodbye, my friend.
And that was the end of the game. I appreciate you guys coming to watch, and all that other stuff. I think I've reached my limit for the day. But I do appreciate you guys coming to watch, and dealing with my bull crap of having to redo all this. And thank you for sitting through it, and everything like that, and I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna let those go through, but I am done for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.